Her laughter didn't just sting. It cut through me like a sharpened blade sliding into flesh. Melissa raised her glass, smirking like the queen of some cruel court, and said, "I mean really, how did I end up with such a loser?" The table erupted into laughter. My fists tightened under the tablecloth. She thought I was weak, harmless, powerless. She had no idea what was coming. We met back in college, Melissa and I. She was brilliant, magnetic, the kind of person who naturally commanded attention. Everyone wanted to be near her. I was different, quiet, grounded. A dreamer who believed love meant staying, building, supporting. For years, I poured myself into that belief. I worked late hours, saved every extra penny, made sacrifices. Everything to build a future for us. A home. A life. Something solid. But along the way, something in her shifted. What began as admiration morphed into something colder, sharper, contempt. It started subtly. Snide remarks about my job. Comments about how I wasn't ambitious enough. Then came the late nights she couldn't explain. The text messages she quickly hid. The growing distance in bed. I wanted to believe I was just imagining it. That we were in a rough patch, nothing more. Until the truth forced its way into the light. Texts from him. Hotel receipts. Lies layered so thick it was hard to breathe. The woman I loved, the woman I fought for, had been betraying me for months, maybe longer. I should have ended things then. Called her out. Walked away. Instead, I sat through that dinner. Listened as she humiliated me with precision. It wasn't just the affair, it was her enjoyment of it. She needed to humiliate me. Needed to feel above me. That's when something inside me hardened. I stopped seeing her as my partner. I started seeing her as my opponent. In the days that followed, I played the part she expected. I slouched around the house. Let her believe I was unraveling. Drinking too much. Neglecting work. It made her careless. She thought she'd already won. Meanwhile, I was working. Quietly. Thoroughly. I combed through our bank records, tracked every dollar. Dug into her emails. Her files. Found everything she'd tried to hide. That's when I discovered the real betrayal. She'd been funneling money from our joint account into a separate fund. A new life fund. Not for us, but for her and Mark. She planned to drain me, then vanish. But I wasn't going to stop her. I was going to leave her with nothing. First, I went to my lawyer. Secured my assets. Froze our joint accounts. Every dollar she thought she had? Gone. Then I started spreading the truth. Not through a dramatic confrontation, but strategically. Anonymously. Mark's wife was the first to know. I sent her the evidence, screenshots, dates, messages. She was very interested. And the fallout came quickly. Mark lost his job. His name dragged through scandal. All of it hit like a hurricane. Melissa never saw it coming. She just thought the universe had turned unlucky. I let her believe that. I waited for the right moment. And it came at one of her favorite events. Another fancy dinner party full of smug smiles and expensive wine. She was glowing, perched on Mark's arm like a woman who believed she owned the world. I stood, tapped my glass. "I have something to share," I said, voice calm. Melissa didn't even look at me. "Oh, sweetheart, is this one of your little speeches again?" she said, voice dripping with condescension. A few people chuckled. Then I pulled the envelope from my coat. "I just wanted to let everyone know," I said, "that Melissa and I will be officially divorced as of tomorrow." Silence fell like a bomb. Melissa froze. "What are you talking about?" she asked, smile twitching. I slid the divorce papers across the table. "I know about the affair. I know about the money. I know about the job you were planning to take once you ran off with him." Her face drained of color. Everyone stared. Even Mark looked stunned. And that's when Mark's wife leaned in, smiling. "Oh, don't stop now," she said. "This is getting good." I turned back to Melissa. "You stood here and called me a loser," I said, voice low and steady. "But you forgot something important. I was never the fool in this marriage. You were." Melissa lunged for the papers, flipping through them in disbelief. "This isn't possible." "The accounts are frozen," I said. "The assets? In my name. What you tried to take? Gone. And Mark?" "Well." I nodded at his wife. She stood up, holding her phone. "Oh, I definitely have something to add." She hit play, and Melissa's voice poured from the speaker. He's pathetic. I just need him to keep paying the bills a little longer. After that, I'm done. A murmur spread through the room. Someone gasped. Melissa stood there, eyes wide, hands trembling. You recorded me? She said. I smiled. No. You recorded yourself. You were sloppy. Like always. The room sat in stunned silence. And for the first time in years, I saw something unfamiliar in Melissa's eyes. Not disdain. Not boredom. Not that smug sense of superiority. Fear. She signed the divorce papers within the week. Mark. He lost everything. His marriage. His job. His spotless reputation. And me? I walked away free. Clear. Stronger. She'd mocked me for years. Called me small, simple, forgettable. But in the end, I outmaneuvered her. Quietly. Completely. Some people build their lives by stepping on others. But they always forget. There's someone watching. Someone waiting. And when that someone plays to win, they don't just win. They end the game.